Ethical considerations. Experiments and studies conducted using humans or animals have the potential to cause concerns about the welfare of the participants. These are called ethical issues. There are certain problems that may arise when the nature of the study is put into context, such as psychological discomfort, harm, stress, the procedure's nature, the need to lie to hide the aim of the study. Ethical issues may also arise from the implications of their research, for example, the possibility of results having a negative impact on the society. To regulate these concerns, organizations and council bodies exist which produce a code of conduct, with rules such as approval charters from the governing bodies, such as universities, and guidelines that help experimenters work in a way that do not violate the ethics code as it instructs limitations and concerns of the welfare of the individuals involved in the study. This is important because if participants take away a negative perception and experience from their participation, it will negatively impact the whole psychological community, which in turn will lose credibility. Ethical guidelines related to human participants. Informed consent. In order to reduce or negate the variable of demand characteristics, social desirability and validity of the study, it is important to hide the aim of the study. It is, however, important for them to know what is in the study so they can provide their informed consent. Ideally, informed consent should be obtained from participants before the study commences, not by revealing the aim of the study but by providing them by enough sufficient information so that they may decide whether or not to participate in the study. However, in the cases of naturalistic observations and field experiments, it is not possible for informed consent to be taken. This is where presumptive consent comes in. This means the researchers might ask a group similar to the target population, sharing similar traits, whether they would find the study acceptable or not, so a relevant result is acquired, thinking that the target population may also would have agreed. Protection. A study may have the potential to cause psychological discomfort, stress, and harm to the participants involved, for example. Milgram et al. In situations like those, it is imperative that participants should be protected, should not be put at higher risks, and steps should thus be taken to eliminate the risk altogether. It is also a preventive measure that the study being conducted should be stopped if unexpected risks arise. Right to withdraw. Participants are also given the right to withdraw, and it must be made clear to participants at the start of the study. Although participants can be offered incentives to join a research, these cannot be retracted away if they wish to leave for valid reason. Researchers cannot abuse their position of authority, forcing a participant to stay if they don't want to. Participants and researchers should both be aware of this. Deception. If possible, participants, should not be deliberately misinformed. When it is absolutely essential to do so, they should be apologized and debriefed instantly. They should also be allowed to remove their results if they wish to. Confidentiality. All the data that is collected and stored should comprise separately from the participant's personal information, age, name, gender, ethnicity, occupation. This information must not be shared with any other third party. This would be a breach of confidentiality. Ideally, to ensure confidentiality, the personal details of the participant should be destroyed so that any breach is impossible. If by any chance, there is a need to initiate contact with the participant again or to pair up an individual score in each condition in, say, a repeated measures design, a serial number can be allotted the participants to identify them. Privacy. Research methods such as self-reports and observations which ask personal questions in a study risks invading privacy. This means invading personal space or an emotional territory that the individuals do not want to share. They can make this clear, setting boundaries with the researcher. In the case of a questionnaire, participants should be allotted personal space. In observations, people should only be observed/watched where the participants would usually expect to be observed. Their information can be published only when the participant themselves grants them permission to via informed consent or hyper-exceptional circumstances where the safety and lives of the participant or others are at stake. Debriefing. Debriefing, it done by thanking participants who have been in a study, apologize to when deceived, and they are provided the chance to ask questions. They are also informed of the full aim of the study and ensures that they do not want to withdraw their data. It is, however, important to understand how debriefing does not serve as a clause to designing an unethical procedure or experiment. Thus it is important for the researchers to consider minimizing collateral damage and distress to the participants, in any case. Get complete notes in PDF and book form from our Amazon store. Link given in description.